On December 12, 2017, reports emerged from the United Nations showing that the level of poverty in the state of Alabama was such that they had never seen in the developed world. The United Nations said that the poverty in the fully Republican-controlled state of Alabama was the worst in the industrialized world. So what's Alabama working on right now? Are they working on getting better paying jobs? Are they working on pulling people out of poverty? Are they working on getting rid of the diseases and parasites, by the way, that you typically only find in third world countries that are running rampant in Alabama? That's another thing the UN pointed out in their report. Hell no, they're not working on any of that, folks. They're working on hurting transgender people. In the last few days, Republican Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has signed 2 anti-transgender pieces of legislation into law, one of which would send doctors to prison for 10 years for prescribing any kind of gender-affirming treatment to anyone under the age of 19 in the state of Alabama. People are dying of starvation in the state of Alabama. People in the state of Alabama are suffering from parasitic infections that are not found anywhere else in the United States because we don't live in those conditions. But rather than address these issues that the United Nations itself pointed out are huge problems here in the United States, these Republicans, like Kay Ivey herself, would rather distract everybody in that state living in hell and saying, we got to do something about transgender people. Something that literally doesn't affect you unless you are transgender. So let's make them the bad guys. Let's make them the scapegoats. Let's blame them for all of the problems we have in this state. Even though it's been, of course, under solid Republican rule for about 20 frickin' years now. Much like the state of Florida. And folks, this is why we see these attacks on these already marginalized communities. A transgender youth getting gender-affirming treatment does not affect you. It doesn't change your life one way or the other. It doesn't impact anything you do from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Unless, of course, you have a child that wants this kind of treatment and now it's illegal and their doctor could be sent to prison for 10 years. I'll tell you what does affect you. What affects most of these Alabama voters who keep sending these idiot Republicans into the State House. The poverty. The hookworms. The starvation. Those things affect you. So if you're watching this in the state of Alabama and you're sending your kids to bed hungry every night, just know that you can sleep a little bit easier because a transgender child isn't going to be able to get the gender-affirming care that they have been wanting for many, many years. Oh, your kids aren't going to get fed. No, your economic situation is only going to continue to get worse. But don't worry, those Republicans you sent to office are tackling the big issues that totally affect your life, right? They think you're stupid. If you keep voting for them, you are. Because the transgender issue is a complete distraction from the fact that these Republicans are quite literally killing you. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.